Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. And we always get started this way. We play our creed, something we live by. And that is, we don't worry, we work. We don't doubt, we believe. We don't make excuses, we hustle. We don't talk about it, we are about it. We don't follow, we lead. We don't do it to have, we do it to become. We're not victims, we take responsibility. We're not suckers, we earn our spot. We're not a statistics, we stand for something. We are not the clay, we are the potters. We design our own lives. Let's jump into the podcast, guys. Hope I can bring you some value today. Let's go in. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast, where we answer questions on personal development, happiness, motivation, full potential. The questions we get sometimes from this podcast recently, and mainly from our blog and the work we do on social media, all over social media, loanmotivatorcar.com. And one of the social media you go on, you'll find me there, or either Success Academy of Success, Happiness, Full Potential. We have a Facebook group of about 1,000 people. We've been doing this online personal development stuff for the past 4 years. We've written quite a few ebooks on this stuff. You can go find me, reach out to me, and we can talk about anything you want to talk about in terms of personal development. So this question is, Loan, you talk a lot about path to success. How do I get on a path to success? What's that all about? That is vague. I understand. Oftentimes we get into kind of blanket statements, assuming that everybody understands stuff. But I think one great teacher said that what you're communicating, one of the art of good communication, or the elements of good communication, is when you communicate something, would a grade 4 kid able to understand it? And that is true, and I take that point. So let's go deeper into this path. First thing to note is that direction determines destination. Direction determines destination. You cannot go back and create a new destination, but you can start right now and move in a different direction and end up in a different destination. You cannot go back and change where you are now. You're already here, but you can start to shift your direction, and a couple years down the road you can end up in a better place. And first, I'll just inject the time factor. That's one of the biggest elements, just to let you know that the difference between where you are and where you want to be is a matter of time and effort. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is a matter of time and effort. How much time, how much effort you're willing to put into the direction of where you want to grow. Grow is also a good word. Where you want to grow. Absolutely. So there's where you are now and what you want. And the magic, I mean, like, we hear all this sort of things, simple stuff, complicated stuff about how to get to your dreams, all the hacks, all the tricks, all the fly-by-night schemes, but nothing is more sustainable. You could make a quick buck, you could get to some form of a level of achievement, but nothing can trump a sustainable, fulfilled destination as the habits that you're able to build in your life, your attitude towards learning, and your commitment to growth. Those three things: the habits you develop, a teachable spirit, and your commitment towards personal growth, eternal personal growth. Those are the things that will determine the level of success and the level of fulfillment that you have. Enlightened achievement is a big deal, because I often say that it is one of the worst type of success to be success and not fulfilled, because you have all this money, you have all these notoriety, and you're unhappy. Sooner or later you'll have so much things that you self-destruct. We see that so many times, and you're like, oh, they have so much money, how come they do that to themselves? Because nobody believes that money don't make you happy, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. When people who are broke, people who are sad, people who don't have enough, the first thing they'll tell you, oh, if I could have some money now, if I had the money I would do this, and I had money I would do that. Fine, money is a tool. It does help, but it is not. As soon as you get that money, very quickly you'll find out that, hey, there's something missing, and everything is going to be is an inner game, is a mental stuff. What is going on in your head? So the magic, my friend, is what you do with your time. That's what a path to success is all about. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your money? What's on your agenda? What's on your budget? If I take up your credit card statement, if I see your list, your receipts, what is on them? The money you make, what do you use it to do? Are you living above your means? Are you buying things that you don't have to buy now? Are you making the sacrifices? And what do you do with your time? When you're driving, when you're on break, when you're at home, what is happening with your time? Because that is the most valuable thing you have to use to propel you forward. I know you have heard it 1,000 times. Oprah, Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, all of them have the same 24 hours in the day. It's about what you do with your 24 hours, and that is the magic. People are expecting this great thing. Oh, what opportunity do you do? What's the best way to get it? Which is the best business to go in? None of that makes the real deal. The real deal is made up of what you do with your time. There's 1,000 methods out there to get to the high levels of success. The magic is what is uniquely you, and what will you do with your time to pursue what is uniquely you. What is your strength? What is your passion? It is going to be so hard. And this is what gets the most people. And that's the first thing I say to anybody who get in touch with me or asks me anything, or is going on any journey, or want to take on anything, or want to get any shift in their life, whether it's in their health, whether it's in their finances, whether it's in their associations, in their spirituality. I say to them, what gets more people, or what gets most people, is the boring part, man, the hard stuff, the tough stuff. So you see someone doing Amazon FBA, you see someone writing a blog, you see somebody on YouTube, and you say, hey, and they come and they say, hey, you can do this too, just a couple hours a day. Listen, it doesn't work like that. It's gonna take time, and it's gonna be boring, and it's gonna be hard. So unless you find what fulfill you, unless you're doing something that you really love, unless you're doing something that you would do for free, you are gonna stop. You're not gonna do it. And Steve Jobs said it, that unless you're willing to put in that insane amount of work, you're not gonna get it, because it's so hard. And if it's not you, you're going to stop. So that's the biggest discovery you have to make. I think it's Charles Darwin who said that the two most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you found out why you were born. That's where the power is. Knowing why you were born, knowing what is your strength, knowing what makes you tick, and using that. And now more than ever is the best time and the most opportune time to use that which is uniquely you, that talent that you have. In the age of the internet, the information age, to find a way to package it, to market it, and to get out there with it, and to take control of your life. Not to raise a flag as a part of someone else's ambition, but to raise your own flag of freedom upon your terms. And that is how real happiness and fulfillment is. So your path to success is made up of your daily habits, your commitment to growth, and your attitude towards learning. That's how it is. Most of us are locked into this thing that we're doing, and then, you know, somebody say, hey, you know, this guy over here is doing the same thing, but he's taking it, you know, to a higher level. He's taking it to hundreds of millions of dollars a year. But this is the reason why he takes it there. And then you shut down. You're like, no, I can't do that. I'm the small guy. He has this. He has that. He has 1 million followers. He has... No, he never started out that way. Everybody started out failing. Look, I've done 24 different businesses in my life. Most of them failed miserably, but I learned from them. That's how it goes. You take the steps, you make the walk. The journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with a single step. So your journey to success is based on your direction, and your direction is pretty much made up of what you do with your time each day. Get success habits, have a teachable spirit, be committed to growth. Thank you guys, always a pleasure. Remember to message me, email me, whatever, LewinMotivatorCar@gmail.com, LewinMotivatorCar on Instagram, however you find me. I have a couple of Instagram accounts, so you'll find me on Instagram. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Find me on Facebook, wherever. Have a good one.